Here is Alexei Volkov reporting from Moscow. A devastating event took place in Shanghai a few days ago, on April 12th. Zhang Jieshi, who had allied himself with a criminal organization called the Green Gang in the city, had gone on a killing spree within the city, executing and killing thousands and thousands of communists, including men, women, and children. There are now reports of revolts beginning up around China from communist organizations. One even is backed by Soviet leader Joseph Stalin. We have renowned Moscow reporter Vladimir Sokolov with a survivor from the Shanghai massacre.
Vladimir Sokolov here with a survivor from the Shanghai massacre. He has asked to remain anonymous in order to not be found by Zhang Jieshi and his troops. So, sir, can you tell us what you experienced in Shanghai that day and how you managed to escape?
It was horrifying to watch, and at first I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was inconceivable what Jiang's men were doing to my friends, my family, and my neighbors. I watched as families were shot down in the street running from soldiers, and the Green Gang's attacks. I looked through my window to see men being decapitated, buried alive, and worst of all, the nationalists ate the hearts of my comrades.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry to cut our interview short, but I just got news that Zhang is moving his troops towards us, and we got to get out of here now!
Alexei Volkov here from Moscow to report the new face of the Communist Party in China, Mao Zedong. Mao successfully was able to maneuver a caravan of thousands of communists away from Zhang Jieshi's hands. It took a lot of courage and a lot of strength, at grave sacrifice to thousands of people who died along the way. Mao led them through the snowy mountains, which at great cost, it did keep them from safety and away from Zhang Jieshi. Now it's time to meet Mao with renowned Moscow reporter in the field, Vladimir Sokolov.
Vladimir Sokolov here in the mountains of northern China with communist leader Mao Zedong. Comrade Zedong, how were you able to survive so long while being chased by Jiang's men?
Jiang's troops were ill-placed and their attacks were indecisive. They didn't fight with unison and they had no plan to fight our comrades' armies. Our confident small army has been able to evade their soldiers through my genius tactics called guerrilla warfare.
Yes, I've heard about this so-called guerrilla warfare. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and why it's working?
Guerrilla warfare is essentially when you concentrate your forces at a small spot, a weak spot, at the enemy's forces, so you don't lose many troops. The point is to fight small battles and slowly drain the enemies for resources.
Yeah, I get it. This combination of many small and minor victories will inevitably lead to an all-out victory.
Yes, and I am certain that my group of soldiers and strong-willed citizens can pull through against Zhang. He attacked us based on suspicions and has always hated the communists.
Now these suspicions, why do you think Jieshi finds your army and ideals so suspicious and untrustworthy?
He thinks it's a sickness of the heart. It is something that he doesn't have experience with and doesn't understand. And this makes sense, as weak-minded individuals usually fear the unknown. Instead of embracing it and trying to learn from it, he rejects it and tries to tear it down. Yeah!
Alexei Volkov here from Moscow. There are reports coming from Henan at the moment that are suggesting that the communists have forced the nationalists out of the city of Kaifeng, one of the last bundled up cities in China. There are also reports that Zhang Jieshi is bringing up troops to retake Kaifeng, and at the moment there is a heated battle going on outside of the city. Both sides are facing heavy casualties as the war continues to go on. Apparently, there are some reports that the nationalists are facing desertions. Now, we have renowned Moscow reporter Vladimir Sokolov, speaking again like their old friends with Mao Zedong.
How do you think we're doing? Have we managed to push back Jieshi's troops?
I think that we're in a good spot currently. We haven't really pushed the enemy back, but they also haven't taken much ground either. Although a lot of our comrades have been lost, we are taking a lot more than we have lost.
I agree, comrade. I think this can be the turning point in the war. The communists can finally win.
That's great and all, but I'm sorry I have to interrupt. I gotta go tell the commander something. And you already know way too much.
What? Support the communists.